35-25. Long pass to Chambers is behind the back, and it counts. Tom Chambers has put on some kind of show here in the last 3.5 minutes.
Welcome back to Tom Chambers' Greatest Games. In this episode, we go way back to Chambers' first year with the Seattle Supersonics in the 1983-84 NBA season. Joining a Sonics team led by 1979 NBA champions Jack Sikma, Gus Williams, and Freddie Brown, Chambers would be coming off the Sonics bench and quickly become one of the league's top 6 men. Facing a prime Showtime Lakers team, the Sonics would get a big boost when Chambers entered the game and proceeded to deliver 4 straight dunks on the Lakers, including this monster jam in the second quarter. Chambers would go 9 for 11 from the field in this game, scoring 20 points off the bench. And this game would be called on ESPN by the legendary Dick Vitale, who would sing Chambers' praises as the visiting Sonics would go on to defeat the Lakers on their home court. So let's go back to January 15th, 1984. The Seattle Supersonics at the Los Angeles Lakers join in progress in the first quarter.
Sonics lead it by 2, 2018 with 4:33 to go. King tried to dish it off to Al Wood. Sikma, look at it, 6'11". He goes to the deck, and I know, Dick, when you're coaching at the University of Detroit, this guy came in with a team from Illinois Wesleyan. You thought you had a lock, didn't you?
I thought I had a turkey. I said, gobble, 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 assured W, don't scout him. He came in and was lighting him up over Terry Tyler. I looked at my assistant coach. I said, why didn't you scout this guy? Hey, if the refs didn't realize that they were supposed to homer him and give me the W, I would have got the L. Did you hear Sikma tonight when he told you?
He said he got robbed up there.
He was right.
Al Wood got caught in the air, gives it to Reggie King. Plenty of time on the shot clock, 17. And Gus Williams will set it up on top. Cooper will pick up Gus right now. Al Wood coming off the Sikma pick. Blocked by Abdul Jabbar. Right to Sikma. Tipped by Vranes. And Kareem gets the rebound. Releases to McAdoo, who puts it to the floor. He says, all right, I'll take it down. Dishes to Jamaal. And it's going to be Los Angeles basketball. There's a good look at Jamaal Wilkes. Checking into the game now for the Seattle Supersonics will be Tom Chambers, 6'10", out of the University of Utah, and he'll replace Vranes, his college teammate.
What a combo they were at Utah University for Jerry Pym. They tied for the WAC championship, got beat by North Carolina and Al Wood in the second round.
Offensive rebound magic immediately to McAdoo, and he hits.
Well, he's just on one of those tears. McAdoo's a great, great streak shooter and scorer. He can put big numbers. I believe he had 34, 15, and 23.
Well, he had 32 against Houston in that overtime game. He had 15 points in 18 minutes against Denver the other night. Al Wood did a little acrobatics. Kareem, the long pass to Cooper.
Score it, touchdown. Might have had a little traveling music, Lenny. Give him the signal. They love that here at the Fabulous Forum.
22-20. Lakers lead it by 2 with 3:22 left to go. First period. McAdoo into Jabbar. Kareem, the hook. Tipped around, and Sikma rips it off to Williams. They got Chambers on the wing. Good move by Gus, and Chambers slammed it up. What did he do that time, Dave?
Well, a tremendous cut by Chambers. He ran the 45-degree angle cut to the goal. They had great communication on the break. Williams had the great awareness where he was. Just a perfect, perfect fast break.
Boy, Gus really made some space for him, didn't he?
Oh, he's just quick, and he knows what to do with the ball in the break.
Inside. Miss. Kareem, and in.
He's getting the ball too easy. He's getting it anywhere he wants on the floor, Roger. They're going to have to deny him and cut off some passing lanes into Jabbar.
Kareem with 12 points, and it's 26-24. Sonics lead it by 2. 12 points and 8 rebounds. Chambers underneath, and boy, he's getting the easy ones, isn't he?
Well, he's a very active player. He comes on the floor from sitting on a bench. He gives him instant productivity, doesn't waste any time putting the points on the board, and there's the magic man. What a talent.
Chambers averaging over 17 a game. McAdoo says right back at you. Misses it. Al Wood quickly to Gus. Now look at the Sonics run. Chambers on the wing again, and he's fouled.
Tom Chambers is playing like an all-star. I mean, he is running the court. Gus goes over.
John Sundvold told us earlier that Chambers has got to come in and get his points, and he's working harder when he comes in.
What a tremendous bounce pass by Williams. Excuse me for choking. I lost my breath, Roger, watching this. Look at this big horse take the ball to the goal. Go, big Chambers, go.
Chambers with 6 points now and a couple of substitutions as Steve Hawes, number 10, will check into the game for the Sonics. Kurt Rambis has come in for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Well, maybe Rambis can slow Chambers down. I mean, he is really getting out into the lane. He's running the fast break. He's running like a guard. I mean, he's getting up and down this floor with tremendous speed.
Chambers has got great quickness. He's got great jumping ability. Underneath Matt. Welcome back to the Forum in Inglewood, California. I'm Roger Twybo along with Dick Vitale after the first 12 minutes. Seattle has a 33-25 lead. Thank you, Tom Chambers, says Lenny Wilkins, as he came off the bench, scored 7 points in about 2 minutes. We're charting the guard play tonight, specifically their shots and where they're coming from. And let's check out the lineups right now. Freddie Brown has checked into the game for Seattle, so it's Freddie Brown, Gus Williams, Reggie King, Steve Hawes, and Tom Chambers. Michael Cooper, James Worthy, Bob McAdoo, Calvin Garrett, and Kurt Rambis for the Lakers. That means McAdoo's at center. Reggie King, what a follow on the miss, and he puts it up and in.
Well, he just was absolutely a terror right there. He just went to the glass. Nobody checked him out. One of the biggest mistakes in NBA basketball, Roger, is the fact of blocking out. Guys really want to rely on their native jumping ability and do not block out.
McAdoo, the follow away, in and out. Rambis tips it, but King comes up with it. Sonics lead at 35-25. Long pass to Chambers and behind the back, and it counts. Tom Chambers has put on some kind of show here in the last 3.5 minutes.
Roger, I haven't seen a guy run the break from the baseline like Chambers in many a year in this early start. Look at that reverse.
Whoa, showtime, coach.
Well, a tremendous pass, a touch pass by Gus Williams to Chambers, but I have never seen a big guy run with that effectiveness in many a year in such a short period of time. That's the 4th goal he has scored in transition. Just great hustle and desire.
Hawes looking from outside. He finds Chambers, who wants it, working against Worthy, and he hits. Tom Chambers has been the man so far.
He's really been impressive, Roger.
This guy out of Utah with 11 points coming off the bench. And Pat Riley wants a timeout as his team trails 44-32. And Seattle's been dictating the pace, Dick.
Well, Seattle really is running the transition game, getting the shots they want out of their offense also.
7:46 to go in the first half. We'll be back to the Forum right after this. Tom Chambers has 11 points so far off the bench. And Dick, we talk about moving without the basketball. We got an example of it here.
Well, first of all, take a look at James Worthy. He's staring. Now he's trying to read. You want to have good vision. He loses on the screen. Chambers does a great job of posting for the ball, spins, shoots the jumper. Once you allow an offensive player with any kind of skill to get the ball with his back to the basket like Chambers did there, you're done, Roger. It's over.
Tom Chambers.
You know, he came in that 1981 class in the NBA, and that class featured Mark Aguirre, Isaiah Thomas, Buck Williams, Vranes, Chambers. I mean, that was a tremendous class. Guys who came in this league and were instant standouts.
As the crowd's starting to get into it now, chanting defense. 7 on the shot clock. Chambers the turnaround. Kareem, that was above.
Scored a basket.
Yeah, they got to score it. That was still above the cylinder.
Good call by Mike Mathis. He was right on that play. There's the jumper by Chambers. Chambers says, I got everything going my way now. Kareem's even going to help me out and give me 2. He took that right off the lid.
Good call by Mathis. 56-50, Sonics lead it at halftime from the Forum in Inglewood, California.
Magic comes away limping badly. He's hurt now.
I thought it was all over. But with training and help, I got the chance to come back. Some people need training and help just to play the game. I volunteered to coach Special Olympics and give them the kind of help they need. But Special Olympics needs more coaches. Beautiful. They can't do it with just magic. It takes you, too.
Site Special Olympics, Box 19106, Washington, D.C.
Welcome back to the NBA tonight. Along with John Andres, I'm Greg Gumbel. We're at halftime of our game between Seattle and L.A. Let's run you down on the rest of what happened. There was an excellent basketball game played at Market Square Arena earlier tonight between the Indiana Pacers and the New Jersey Nets. It went to overtime, and we have highlights of that game for you. The Indiana Pacers, very energetic, very aggressive. Jerry Seasting with the steal, up ahead for Clark Kellogg, 2 of his career-high 37 points on the evening. The Nets, meanwhile, working the game on the inside. Puts Walker to Buck Williams. Buck spins in the lane with the hook for 2 points. in the second half. Pacers hitting the boards hard. Herb Williams with the miss. Pacers will come up with it. Watch the ball inside to Brooks Steppe. Goes to the left hand, spins it off the board. Indiana with a 13-point lead, but the Nets come roaring back. Less than 2 minutes remaining. Albert King to Darryl Dawkins for the jam. Jersey leads at 121-120. Then Albert King from the top of the key makes it 123-120 in favor of the Nets, but the Pacers will come right back. The clock winding down to the half-minute mark. George Johnson from three-point land ties it at 123 apiece. They go to overtime, but that's when New Jersey took over. Darryl Dawkins and Darwin Cook with a nice passing. Darryl with the jam to make it 127-123, and then Albert King ices it with the drive to the hoop. The final at Market Square Arena in Indianapolis. Indiana loses to New Jersey by a score of 140-134. Elsewhere around the league, at Dallas, at Milwaukee, the Bucks beat the Boston Celtics 106-87. 24 points for Marcus Johnson, who went over the 10,000-point mark in his career. At Dallas, Mark Aguirre's 25 led the Mavs to a victory over Denver. The final score there was 126-107. At San Antonio, George Gervin, 34 points. The Spurs beat Portland 126-111. At Kansas City, Eddie Johnson and Mark Olberding, 23 points each. 109-96, the Kings over the San Diego Clippers. At Phoenix, Larry Nance scored 25 points. 110-101, the Suns over Washington. That is the Bullets' sixth consecutive loss. Jeff Malone with 30 points in a losing effort for the Bullets. And at the Forum in California, at halftime, Seattle is leading the Lakers by a score of 56-50. We'll show you some highlights of the first half of that game. Kareem with a very good first half, 12 points, 8 rebounds in the first period alone. This guy hooked there for 2. Meanwhile, Tom Chambers really on fire for Seattle off the break. Sikma to Gus Williams to Chambers. Good drive to the bucket, 26-22 Seattle with the lead. Again off the break. Seattle handling the board. Gus to Chambers. Looks like the same play, 31-24. Sonics. This time, Gus to Chambers, and watch this jam by Tom Chambers. Over his hand for the reverse. Lakers trying to stay close. It will be Magic, who had about 9 assists all told in the first half. Inside to Kareem. The skyhook off the baseline. Seattle's lead at 10 points, 44-34. Now watch Freddie Brown. Steve Hawes to Gus Williams for the jumper. Seattle leads it by 6 at halftime. 56-50 is our halftime score. Here are the statistics. Field goal percentage. The Sonics shooting almost 49%. Lakers not much worse at 48.2. Free throws, the Sonics are perfect from the line. And the rebounds, the Lakers out-rebounding Seattle 25-17. But look at the turnovers. 24-14 for the LA Lakers to 6 for Seattle. Individual scoring for the Seattle Supersonics. Tom Chambers on fire, as we said in the first half, with 14 points. Gus Williams right behind him with 12. Sikma and Wood and King with 8 points each. For the Los Angeles Lakers, it is Jamaal Wilkes with 17 points. Kareem with 14. Bob McAdoo with 7. James Worthy 6. And Magic Johnson with 2.
Vranes now with just 4 on the shot clock. Al Wood doesn't recognize it. 2 on the shot clock, and he jams it home as the 24-second clock expires.
Well, it's just a great one-on-one play. He was isolated.
Gus Williams working on Magic, goes by him and in.
He says, Magic, a little Matador defense. I'm going to blow by you on the baseline, Magic.
Gus Williams with 8 in the period, 20 on the night. McAdoo, good move on Sikma, and the shot.
That's McAdoo in his heyday when he played for Buffalo and put all kinds of numbers for Jack Ramsey on the board.
Tom Chambers also comes in.
Chambers had such a great first half, Roger. You know it, and I know it, and the people that missed it missed one heck of a show for the first half, the way he ran the break.
And that'll end 3 periods of play here at the Forum in Inglewood, California, with Seattle leading Los Angeles 76-71. We'll be back with the final 12 minutes after this.
Welcome back to the NBA tonight, along with John Andres. I'm Greg Gumbel. We saw just before the quarter ended what happens when the Laker running game gets in gear. Seattle is much more effective, John, when they can hold L.A. to a half-court offense.
Well, L.A. is just not running at all, and Seattle is winning the battle of the wills right now. Certainly, Greg, Seattle is getting exactly the way they want things going out there defensively. Magic Johnson just hasn't been a factor, it appears, in the game so far. Don't forget, Al Wood's the guy responsible for that. But Seattle's getting it going their way. They're running offensively, and defensively they're very tight. They're challenging. Their defensive rebounding is sensational, and they're just containing L.A. They're taking L.A. out of their game personality.
course, a lot of time still left, 12 minutes to play, and time for the Lakers to get back into their game. Whether it'll happen or not, let's find out. Back to the Forum in Inglewood, California. Seattle up, but not by much. Here's Roger Twybo.
Welcome back to the Forum. Roger Twybo along with Dick Vitale, and you can see the Seattle Supersonics getting good production out of their guards. They have outscored the Laker guards 38-10, and taken into consideration Magic Johnson with just 4 points. He is averaging 18.5 per game. Mike McGee averaging almost 12 a game, has not scored. Meanwhile, Gus Williams has 22, Al Wood 12. Freddie Brown with 6 off the bench. As we start the fourth and final period, Byron Scott, Magic Johnson, Bob McAdoo, Kareem Abdul Jabbar, and Michael Cooper for the Lakers. Steve Hawes, Danny Vranes, Freddie Brown, Tom Chambers, and John Sundvold. Chambers wide open. Well, Rambis comes out, then he pushes off. No call. Some guys just like to work with their back to the basket. He had the wide open shot facing up, and he had to go in and turn around.
Well, you know, being 6'11", playing with your back to the basket, you do what you do best and what you're more comfortable at.
That's right. 89-79. Kareem working on Hawes, and he hits it.
The Lakers playing simple two-man basketball with Kareem locking on either side of the floor.
The Lakers just won on the Supersonics. Chambers, tough shot, and he knocks it down. Tom Chambers now with 18 off the bench. That's his season average.
The thing I like about Chambers, he wants the ball. He doesn't run away like a lot of players at crunch time and say, get it away from me.
91-81. Hawes doing a good job on Kareem so far.
Seattle
really, another rebound. He has 12 boards, but they throw it away.
Seattle really packs in and jams the lane defensively.
Rambis and in. First 2 points for Kurt Rambis, 91-83, 5:10 left to go.
Well, Superman got free. Clark Kent inside. Good pass on the interior and got the layup.
Rambis youth out in force here tonight at the Forum in Los Angeles. Seattle leads the Lakers 91-83. Tom Chambers is at 8 of 9 from the floor tonight.
Well, we take a look at Chambers moving without the basketball. Part of Lenny Wilkins' design in his offense. Comes off the screen, flashes to the ball, takes it right at James Worthy, wheels him and wedges him off with his elbows as he right in your face, James Worthy. That is 2 for me. I really like Chambers. I'll be honest with you, Roger. This is the first time I've really seen him play in about 2 years, and very impressive here tonight. I love his desire to want the ball.
Well, he's got something to prove. He's been put on the bench, and the team's been very successful with him coming off the bench. And sometimes a little thing like that, even though he's still getting well over 30 minutes a game, it just does something to you inside.
But I think in the case of Chambers right now, he may be taking it the wrong way. It wasn't done from a disciplinary action by Lenny Wilkins that he wasn't playing well. He just thought the team needed a little bit more scoring, especially in that second period where you can do a lot of damage to teams.
91-83, 4:40 left to go in this game. The Lakers are 13-6 at home. Last year they only lost 8 games at home all year. As Al Wood knocks one down from the top, and those Seattle guards continue to do it. Wood with 14.
Lenny Wilkins again, great screen in their offense for
Worthy wants it. Hey, we've got a great matchup there with Chambers and Worthy.
I haven't seen Magic one time post up tonight, Roger, and he was so effective as a post player.
Oh, stripped by Sikma. Great play. Gus is in the lead. Wood gets it to him and in. L.A. is 2 of 6 at the foul line here in the final period. Seattle 6 of 7. Chambers looking to move it in. Tom Chambers now with 20 points on the night. And was that big league?
Well, that's a tremendous mobile move. Great agility demonstrated as well. They're going to make some people pay for this.
Worthy, I don't know why he didn't try a three-pointer. I mean, it's after the fact, but he tried to take it in and do a little showtime and couldn't get it down. Time expires, and the Seattle Supersonics have won 5 in a row, 7 of their last 8. Final score from the Forum in Inglewood, California.